Okay, sorry, there was a small interruption in it. So let's continue with the same thing. Right. So we are talking about cricket. I mean, like in cricket, we can see the data analytics representation. How I mean, like what can the next future wickets going to be, and how what are the number of runs that it has to be get scored. All these things will be getting displayed in a scorecard, right? And and one more thing, one more example that I can give for this is like a retail business chain. So retail business is nowadays we are having both online as well as online is now getting more trended than physical stores. So when I talk about retail business, I should talk about both this online as well as physical stores. I mean like where it is physically located, in which area, and what is the business that it is going to get make, right? So with this, what I can do is I can maintain sales, I can maintain purchase. I mean like I can maintain expenses. So what are the sales that I'm, how many number of items that I'm going to purchase, and what is the purchase I'm doing over it, and what is the expense I'm getting from it. So it also better example for like DMart, Reliance. I mean like Big Basket. All these are examples for this kind of things. I can tell you like a DMart as a specific example which you can look into it as a case study also, right? So what kind of data that I'm going to get from this, and how I'm going to make some kind of intelligence over it. That is the next thing. So if I talk about a retail business, can get a data like sales, expense, purchases. This is what the major things that I can do with this. If it is sales, I can demand about like I will be getting about details about the items. I mean like a few items I can call it as like fast selling items. Those items which is being sold most widely. If it is a physical store, so I will be tracing it out. And if it is again online, I shall also be tracing it out like a fast selling item. And regional selling item, it is the regional selling item, like in few area a few things will be get sold widely, few may not be get widely. That is what regional selling item. And seasonal selling item, we know like when the festival comes, we can see things related to that particular festival will be getting moving out first. Well, if it is something like Deepavali, so you can look into like some kind of sweets, and other thing like dress items. So these you can see like the most following selling items. And if you look into for Holi, you can see some kind of color rangolis will be get sold most widely. That is what like seasonal items. And some cases like in some areas I can see fast growing customer segments. I can see some cases where number of customers will be getting little bit more large. If my store is little bit near to connect with the city, a little bit near to a shopping complex, I can see number of people who will be getting into my store will be little bit large. And what does that I can make do from this is some cases I can try for, I mean like I can, if I find a fast selling item, I can make the next item available before the item gets completely closed in my shop. So before it is getting completely gets sailed, before that I can make the order ready available. And along to where what I can do is, they mean like if a person gets an item called A, and if he is also getting some other item called B, that is called like when a customer is getting this product, there is chances for getting that product also. So I can find out how many number of items. Some people which has been purchased this also be getting purchasing that. Some people will be getting some people will be, nowadays it is common for like getting into shopping complex or getting into shopping mall and purchasing things whatever that they required till the complete months. That is what now quite common in almost all cities. So whenever they are getting into it, or what are the things that you are going to get, so that also I can get a record, right? So this is somewhat we are doing with this business intelligence. And as I talk about patent, so patent recognition, I mean like a patent is a design or model that helps to grasp something. I mean like a perfect pattern is one which provides us accurate decision in a situation, and which is applicable. I mean like which can be described in a simple means. That is what is called as like a patents. And this patent, I mean like a perfect pattern is like GAS. I mean like general, accurate, and simple. That is called like a patent gas model. I mean like a patent business model. So like a perfect pattern, we're talking about a pattern. I mean like which makes the thing some things to be intelligence or intelligent, or like a pattern can be it should be effective one, right? That is what a patent should be. So patents can be a temporal, I mean like which occurs over time, and patents can be spatial. I mean like which such as things being organized in a certain way. And the third one is like patents can be functional, so in which we are doing certain things which leads to certain effects. They can tell like good patterns are always symmetric. And there is a rule always like we call about like and this rule you should be knowing about it called 80/20. I mean like a documentation rule. 20% of, 80% of your work should be completed 20% of effort. And here we call it as like a business rule 80-20. 20% of customers should have lead to 80% of business. That is called like a 80-20 rule. And as I can call also like this you will be knowing this. And this I can use one more term as like Pareto principle, which states that 80% of effects come from 20% of causes. So this is what does patent intelligence. And database decision, this is the most widely important in which we're talking about this, about business intelligence. So what kind of database decisions we are doing, like I can't go and take my decision on my own, right? So even it can be a managing director, or it can be a marketing person, or it can be marketing team, it can be a sales team, it can be of any team. So if I want to take a proper decision, so BI will be assisting in proper decision making. That is what that is the main major role of BI. So this BA, what it is going to do is like how I can make my decision on the given situation. That is what BA is going to guide me. I will be having some principles, and based on my organization situation, I will be doing it. So what will not be there, or will not be like if I don't have proper decision making tool, or if I don't have proper BA in decision making, then what will be like? So BA helps basically BA helps you to reduce. To make an effective decision which reduce a risk. That is what BI will be specifically meant for. And if I have my proper data with me, so that is the most effective teacher, which can teach me what to do and what to do in the next things. That is what this business intelligence is doing. And here you can see like business intelligence data mining life cycle. That is what BIDM. So here you can see business intelligence data mining all together will be getting as like in a cycle. So as I told you, like some productive item which we are doing to satisfy customer needs, or to satisfy customer requirements, and making that to be demand available in a market. It can be a small organization, or it can be a large scale organization. See, if I talk about business intelligence, it applies to all. It is not specifically only to IT sectors, or it is not specifically only to MNCs, or it is not only to the top level companies. It is specifically applied to even from large scale to even from a small scale to large scale. That I can show you the small example in the next slide. So as I told you, like the data which we are getting from the data set which you are getting from it, from the data we are going to make something. From that something we are going to come out with the things. So like all the data will be get recorded in the paper. Once recorded in the paper is getting being done, from that we will be getting the data. So from where you're going to do for the next thing, that is what business, from what, that is what the data which it is getting. That from that data set that which we are getting, we are going to mine. I'm going to extract the meaningful data from it. So from the extracted data, I'm applying an intelligence over it, which I'm going to use for my business. That is called this BIDM life cycle is representing. So I can, as I told you, I can suggest you, I can show you a small example, right? So you can see the two dashboards. So these two are better examples for dashboards. So one is representing the is tracking the career of a progress. That is what student level profiles. Even you can see these kind of things in your if you're doing online course on NPTEL, Coursera, edX, some other kind of things like this. And second one, it is one kind of things, it is MBA telecom. Here it is represent, this is called, this is also called like a graph visualization that you will be studying about later. And here in this you can see the chart which is representing the complete information about the things. How many number of courses he has completed, or how many what are the things that is achieved, and how many number of courses he has done, and what is the percentage of it, and what is the present, and what is the future, and what is the past. That is also, this is representing. If I talk about business intelligence, I talk about a decision, right? So decision, there are majorly it is of two types. One is called strategic decision, one is called operational decision. So this business intelligence can help both make both better. There is a separate subject called decision analytics, where we will be studying about much detail in depth about this decision analytics. So here it is decision analytics. I called about two things, strategic and one is operational. One is strategy. What kind of strategy I'm following to make my things to grow better. For example, if I approach a customer for the first time, when he is getting into my organization, when it is getting into a customer, even it can be a small retail shop also. The way that the tactics, the way that I follow to make the way that I follow to make to make him to get attracted towards my shop. or the way that I'm following it to make him to first that will be what like strategy decision. I mean like how I'm trying to reach out a new customer with some strategic decision. That is one strategy decision. And second, as I told you, like operational decision, it is most functional. Like how I can make things better in my computer, like redesigning my website, or redesigning things in my market, or redesigning the things within my company. That is what I'm going to discuss with that further things, right? So decision types, as we're talking about these things, one is strategic decision, and which tells you the direction of the company. And to apply this, I mean like the goal of the company, the goal of my company may be clear or may not be clear. So when I apply strategic decision, the strategic decision meaning things. So my role of the company, if I'm not clear about, if I'm not sure about my role of the company, also I can use it, right? And if it is applicable to my company, and how far that is being done. That is what I'm going to discuss with this, called as like operational, I mean like a strategy decision and operational decision. So this makes, I mean like develops greater efficiency in doing the things. That is like if you want to do some kind of operational things in my company, I should look into the past data. If I'm going to propose a new plan, or if I'm going to propose a new kind of business activity to do in it, like I can't directly propose in it, right? So I need to assess what kind of things that is happening in the market, I mean like a past data. Or if I'm going with some innovative things in my company, I should look into how my company was there previous in the past. That is what I will be doing with this to be simple. The strategy is like I can some kind of thing that I'm following to make the things better, and operational is something like a tactics which I'm going doing to this makes better. And this business intelligence provides you new ideas and new patterns which can be found from data mining. This is what decision types, right? And next one is BI tools, that is business intelligence tools. And tools means it is not particularly, if we talk about for example, if you talk about data analytics or big data, particularly I can talk about tools like Hadoop, which we have discussed in module 1. Hadoop, MapReduce, and Spark, Hive, Big. So these are specifically tools related to big data. Similarly, if I talk about business intelligence tools, and technically, if I talk about this business intelligence tools, is like data warehouse, and OLAP, like on the analytical processing, social media. I mean like some tools which application even used for social media, and reporting, dashboard, covering, data mining. So these are few business intelligence tools. And even one small example I can tell you is like if you're working with some Excel sheet where you are using macros, if you're using some working with some Excel sheets with some macros, so that also will be coming under this business intelligence tools. If you use something with a spreadsheet, like if I follow some kind of things to get some kind of things to be get achieved, for example, like applying filters in Excel sheet, that is also can give you a small example for business intelligence tools. So which provides you information about the current scenario and what lead to the project things in the future. That is called like business intelligence. So these are the business intelligence tools and business intelligence applications. See, right, this business, before getting into business intelligence application, let us see something related to BI skills. So if I want to apply this business intelligence, I should have some skills that is called like business intelligence skill. For example, as we discussed in data analytics, like big data. So once if I complete, if I do a course on big data, or if I do a course on data science, there are specific job opportunities like a data scientist, and data administrator, data manager. So these are few things that we have discussed. And if I talk about a person called like a data scientist, yeah, I mean like a person who is having a proper skill in applying or in using a proper business intelligence tool. So it is also one area, or it is also the one trend or demand in data scientist. That is what the data scientist. And skill is something like even selecting a right problem for a right project, it is also a skill. I mean like doing a going a if going a going doing a good data mining project is also like it is also, we need a proper skill. We need a proper skill in selecting a problem, and then we need a proper skill in solving the problem. If you I mean like if you are clear with your problem, almost like almost your solution is almost near to that. And if you're not clear with your problem, you can't even get solve it, right? That is what we call it as like a problem. So this going do, going some good projects, I mean, like making the selecting the data proper data mining project. We need a proper skill, and to select a proper tool related to it, we need a skill. That is what we call as like a business intelligence skills. So, if to be a business intelligence application, I mean, like applicant, you should also be knowing about what is called like skills and business intelligence applications. I mean, like. Some applications we need to update regularly, like day-to-day basis, the business I mean like the business markets, financial things, and few more applications are there. Let us discuss one by one. So these are some areas of applications of BI in data mining: retail, telecom, customer relationship management, healthcare, education, banking, financial, insurance, manufacturing, public sector. So it is not only this 10 are being applicable for BA and data mining. So it is, I mean, like the major thing that they have given here at Tesla in 10. If I talk about healthcare and wellness, I can talk about even medical industries and everything. If we get into it can be further subdivided up to. It is not limited to 10, but as per our syllabus we are just fitting into this 10 retail. So in the initially I've taken a small example called like retail business chain. So here the retail organizations grow by meeting customer needs, and which should make the things or items available to a customer in a convenient, timely and cost effective manner. And how I can understand the customer requirements, or customer what are the things that he is looking on the things. I mean, like if you get into inventory shops, I mean like a small shops in a village or in a town or in a city. For that, how I'm going to invest for it, how I'm going to improve over it. That is also one kind of things that I'm going to do in retail. See, these are the things which we'll be discussing in retail application, like optimize inventory levels. So as I talk about inventory, I'm only having inventory at different locations, different places across India. I mean, if I talk about a small big basket or a big bazaar, if I take it in Bangalore, it is located in multiple locations, multiple places. That is also one thing. And in doing this, what are the costs that I need to look over it, and what are the stock availability of it? And the same thing, if I have a same shop in all the four places in my Bangalore, it is not that all four places will be having the same demand and the same product, right? So each and just let me give a minute. Okay. So if I have multiple shops in a multiple place, it is not that all the places will be having the same demand. The demands will be get little bit different from one place to another. And how I can make the store layout and promotions to be get improved. I mean, like you can look into it in some shops. You can see like if you get an item, that is, if you get one item, 1 plus 1 will be made free. So 1 plus 1 will be made free. That is also some kind of business strategy to make the item to be get sold before it is getting expired, right? So it is not that to satisfy the customer demand, to satisfy the customer need. They want to make the product item to be get sold before the expiry date. Else the item, whatever that they are, the item will be getting useless. That is what they're doing. And the other thing is, like, you can see a bundle of items will be there all together. You can't ignore it one. And same thing, like, you can't select it one. You will be in a position to get the complete thing. I mean, like, you need to purchase the entire thing. So it is also one kind of business strategy. In that, I mean, like, when a customer look into it, like, it is a price of some 10 items of some 500 rupees. So it will not be that much effective. It will not be that much big thing for them to think and purchase. Just they will be getting just they will be buying that product. This will be buying that item. So that is what one kind of promotion they can do. And the other thing is, like, I can tell you, like, happy customers. If you make a customer happy, you will be repeating. You will be getting into a complete company. You will be getting into a shop again, which makes you to get more business also. Like, as I told you, like, few things about fast selling item, slow selling item, seasonal selling item. That is what the next thing: optimize logistics for seasonal effects. We should make sure that what are the things that we need that should be made effective to get increase sales. When I increase my sale, I can tell, like, my sales get increased, my profit gets increased, my investment also gets increased. It is not that only this is getting increased. If one is getting increased, it is all demands on the other also. You can analyze one kind of things like this. And telecom. See, in telecom, the better example that I can tell you is like Geo. So earlier, when before Geo was emerging, we have the most the I mean like the well-known things, the well-known network providers or Airtel, Vodafone. That is we call it as like Arch, right? Vodafone and BSNL. So these are things which were known. When Jio is getting into market, it came with a strategy like providing you with the free internet, and later it has made you to get into converted into Geo, and where now we are paying a double or triple than Airtel and BSNL to use that data. That is what we call as like a churn management. When I give an opportunity, or when I provide a business chance, or when I provide some kind of business strategy where I can make my entire set of customer to be get moved from one network to other network by providing something free or providing something benefit, that is called like a churn management. And see, in earlier when it was there in telecom industry, before the mobile SIM cards are launched, there are some demand will be like to get a telephone, I need to get apply it, and 2 to 3 months I will be getting my telephone over it. But now it has entirely changed from time to time. That is also one kind of business intelligence is being applied. So business intelligence nothing but like getting in the churn management alone. And there are few things like I should make sure that my cutting should make sure that there is no network failure and there is no fraud management. I mean like when a customer opens some other account and trying to access it, that should not be there. And also like how I can make things to be get make my customer to be get happier. Like as you can see, each and every network provider, they are giving some kind of futures, or they giving some kind of offers to make their demand and to make them to be get physically in the market, right? That is also one kind of marketing and product creation. So this is a example for this customer. And next one is customer relationship management. See this, whatever the application, what are the business relation, what are the business, let it be anything, it can be of anything. Customer relationship is more important than any other thing, right? So if you don't have a proper customer relationship, whatever, even if it can be a product, even it can be a 1 rupee product like a chocolate, or even it can be a crore, even it can be a lakhs of lakhs product like a car, or it can be more than that also, right? If there is no proper customer relationship, you can't make your product to be get delivered in time, you can't make your company to be get in the market, right? So business exists only to serve customers. If you serve customers happily, the customer gets repeated to you. I mean like happy customers, a repeat customer. That is what it is telling you. A business should understand the needs and sentiments of the customers, sell more of its offerings to the existing customers. How I can make and fulfilling this, and what kind of marketing I'm doing this is to make it strategies. And see, if you look into this now, like maximize the return on marketing campaigns. I mean like understand the customer pain points and what are the things that the customer requires, improving customer retention. That is what we're talking about, like churn analysis, right? Churn management. Even the other companies getting into the market which is launching a more business effective strategy, you should make sure that your customer stays with you, who is not going to shift to the other networks. That we should make sure it. You should maximize your customer value. Just a minute. Okay. So customers always should be get highly valued and manage brand image. And even the other thing I can talk about is like brand image. So in this brand image, if you look into like a product, I mean Reliance, you can see Reliance brand. I mean like if you get into a mall, you can see Chroma, and the same you can get into, you can the same complex, the same mall, you can see one more shop item, there's some other, let it be some other called XYZ. Okay. And if you look into a product to get in Chroma, you can get the same product in some other things also. But if you look into price of it, you can that mean like it is assured that price variation will be there in this and that and that. Like to be simple, I'll be getting some local products and I will pay, make that to be available in a branded showroom. The price of it little bit large, right? That is called like brand. If you talk about a brand, if I get some kind of a watch, I should get, if I talk about a brand, it should be Fastrack. And if I talk about a laptop, the brand, it should be Apple. So that brand makes it market. Even we can do some other things without this. We can get the same thing without before this available in the market also, but it talks about a brand, right? So these are the things which we are. These are the few applications of business intelligence. And the next next intelligence is about the financial. Before that, let us discuss about some few things about our assignment.